How's it going? Dr. Collins with MindForge Communicating. Today we're going to be talking about something a little different from orthodox exercise, and that's gardening, foodscaping. We live on approximately 1/8 of an acre. As you can see behind me, it looks like it's bigger, but it's just because we got a lot of stuff going on, which we're going to walk through here in a second. My wife and I have been pretty big into gardening for probably the last 5 years. I think that's how we really figured out that maybe we're middle-aged at this point. But this last year, for reasons nobody could possibly have predicted, we did not foresee any drop in grocery prices coming down over the next year. So we decided to really focus on building the garden. We used to have a above ground pool over here that I built a deck around. We no longer really used it. The pool was leaking, so we got rid of the pool, reused the deck to build this monstrosity behind me. We live in Central Texas, so the summers get 100 plus for days and days and days on end. My wife had the idea to develop some type of shade system, so she came out one day and I'd already sunk like 4 posts into the ground. She's like, "What are you doing? I thought this was a fall project." And I was like, "Well, not anymore." But today we're going to be going through the MindForge Gardens. Just for reference, we live in USDA Zone 9A, and that's more of a tropical type climate. Most of what we learned came from the Epic Gardening YouTube channel, which I would recommend listening to them before you listen to me. Okay, so first up, we have a lot of broccoli growing. Broccoli we planted at the beginning of October, and it has taken off. As you can see, it's going well. These little boxes down here were strawberries that we attempted. It didn't work. We'll try next year. But we do like our broccoli, so we try to grow a lot of it. We also have several trellises throughout the garden. Most of these are going to be tomatoes. They like to grow vertically, and it's actually a lot easier to harvest and manage them when they're vertical like this. Also over here, there are a lot of things. I don't know what she has, but right down here we have garlic, and I actually don't know what the blue flowers are, but they're pretty. So that's one thing that is kind of important when you are... Something I probably should have mentioned, you should always wear a hat, eye protection, and preferably have some water on hand when you're outside. So don't follow my lead on the first part of the video. Definitely be safe. So back here, we have several more plants. Our basil has gone absolutely insane. You can see bees all over it. You kind of get used to them working in the garden. I've been stung by scorpions, bees, wasps. They get annoying after a bit. We have growing up the trellis cucumbers and snap peas. Snap peas are a really good one to plant as they take off real easily. They're pretty low maintenance. As long as they have something to grow up, they're happy. We have a lot of garlic. We have leeks and chives and beets. I have come to love beets after being in Dr. Kreider's lab at A&M. Part of my dissertation was on nitrates and beetroot juice, so beets are kind of it's a staple. Just for reference, beets they have a lot of potential. Wasp. Beets have a lot of robust health effects, anything from improving blood flow and cardiac function, and a good source of nitrates for keeping your vessels healthy. Okay. Over here, we have a bunch of sweet potatoes growing. Again, they grow very well in Zone 9A. Sweet potatoes are interesting because they just continue to vine. And one thing we didn't realize is if you plant one, you get a lot. So basically, if you get a sweet potato from the store and it's starting to develop some eyes or something, little nodules, you can plant individual sections and they grow up. Here, we have a lot of sweet potato vines growing. We also have a loofah gourd that you can kind of see over there, and a number of birdhouse gourds still growing. Fun little projects for the kids, but you can dry them out, drill a hole in it, and hang it up, and it becomes a birdhouse. It's really cool. But with the sweet potatoes, it just continues to form this big mass of greenery, and then as you start seeing the leaves turn yellow and die off, that kind of signals that the sweet potatoes should be ready to pull up. And then you're able to get just a big old mass of them. So we've had several good flushes of those so far. I like my sweet potatoes. We also have a number of herbs back here, and trying to think if that's it. Yep, that is it over here. So this is our peach tree. We've had this since we moved into this house, so about 4 years now. We planted it as a sapling and it was about yay tall. Now it's way up there. You can't even see the top, and that's even after I just like trimmed a fair amount off of it about a month ago. One thing that you might notice that this tree does look different. I have actually planted a number of cherry tomatoes down at the bottom, and so those are growing up the branches of the tree. And then I have a little rope system set up so they kind of dangle down. We've already harvested all the red ones for the day, but you can see there are quite a few on here, quite a few little bunches of tomatoes growing. So I think it's been a great idea. I will defer to Epic Gardening on whether it is a good idea or not, but it's worked so far. So this is a raised bed I built about probably 3 years ago. As you could probably tell just by looking at it, I didn't know what I was doing, but it's still standing, just slightly warped a little bit. Going back, I would have sealed the wood individually before putting it on, but you know, you live, you learn. It works for now. But this has a number of lettuce heads, cabbage heads. We did have blackberries growing over here, but we've since transplanted those. We also have it's a plant called sorrel, which I found on an AI slop, what did medieval peasants eat type of video. And it's actually extremely tasty. It tastes just like lemon before lemon was ever in the UK, right? So that's the standing bed. I'll probably make a project video on this at some later date where I kind of revise it and fix it up a little bit. So all right, so that's most of the garden. We have a lot of other plants that we kind of keep in pots and move around over time. We have a cherry bush, cherry tree. I don't know. It makes cherries. Yeah, it makes cherries. It looks like it needs some water. You can tell when the leaves start to dangle like this that they're probably getting a little underfed. So I'm gonna probably water this as soon as I turn the video off. These little towers are real good for getting plants started, so we'll put different types of flowers and like the marigolds, chamomile. We'll start those in here, and then once they start to flower, we'll put them out in the garden. We have a lot of tomatoes. That's this whole mess down here, and I also have several mushroom gardens kind of scattered throughout where I have on the ground, I have red wine cap mushrooms, and I think I have shiitake somewhere. We also have chicken of the woods growing on some of the wood that we harvested from our tree out front, and blue oysters that I'm gonna try to propagate this weekend. If there's interest, I'll do a video on it. But yeah, that's been most of our garden, and I look forward to your comments. Like and subscribe. Skål.